All right, I think we are good to go. Hope you guys are all having a good day. I had some treats, and there they are for Loki as well. There we go. We're gonna start off with giving Loki a nice little treat today. He's been a very good boy, so good boy. And there he goes. Oh yeah, he was even so gentle there. Oh, sorry, buddy. I ran upstairs, ran back downstairs, and mixed Loki. Had a couple treats. It's been a very, very busy day. A lot of trading going on, a lot of stuff going on, so we're going to be talking about all of that, of course. But just want to make sure you guys are all doing good. Bitcoin still doing fine. Altcoins coming down a little bit. You saw a day of pure Bitcoin dominance coming about, but I think overall we're in a good spot here, and I think Bitcoin's going to try to continue grinding upwards in the next few days. I would say today is a big part of that move. We really want to see Bitcoin have another positive day, and if possible, try to get up towards $68,500 to $69,000. I think that'll be a good way to start. Hey, slightly unstable, happy to see you. Villa, happy to see you guys as well. Let's see right here. And slightly stable, yeah, use those blood pressure meds, chill out a little bit, have a good time. Hey, Kumar and Island Time, happy to see all of you guys there. Island Time 101, new name right there, okay. So, let's get started here, and before that, actually, I wanted to do a couple things. I forgot about this, actually. Let's see. So, two things. First of all, when I was in Salt Lake City the other day, week, I think, yeah. I made myself my own homemade candle at this place called Wick. So I got myself a nice skull-like candle that smells like mint, basil, and lemon veranda. So it's going to be very nice. And then on top of that, I haven't smoked a cigar with you guys in quite a bit of time. So I do have a cigar that I'm going to light up here pretty soon. I got two. This is a My Fatherland Grand Offerta? I can't even pronounce that. And this other one here is an illusion that a friend gave me, and this may be pretty good as well, but this is kind of a tiny one, so I think I'm gonna go with the big boy first. So just want to let you know that's the plan here. I'm gonna light up this candle and see how it smells. I actually have some matches from El Gaucho, one of the nicer restaurants up here in the Northwest. Let's see. I'm gonna see if these matches actually light up quite well. So let's see. Nope. Oh, I wasn't doing it right. That was my bad. I got a wood wick. Let's see if this lights. I got it to light. And there is my skull candle. Look at that. I'm so artistic. You guys don't even know it. Okay, but I got this going next to me, and now I can actually light up a cigar because we haven't smoked cigars in quite a bit of time together. So I wanted to do that as well, put everything in here. I need to cut this open very fast. Maybe do a rose cut today. There we go. Oh, that went kind of deep in there. That's okay though. All right, so we are all set. And hey, Mattis, happy to see you. I think this will sell off again. I hope you're wrong, but what do you call right now? Well, let me explain it here in a second when I got the chart. In fact, let me actually go over here and talk while I'm actually lighting this up. So, for me, at this point in time, what I'm really looking forward to is can we sustain this over a week to 10-day period of time. I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but let me just light this up here so I'm not messing up. This jet is pretty large, and I'd hate to burn my finger because then you guys would hear me scream in pain and agony. Let's go. Okay. There we go. I might go to the lounge tonight, so I might only smoke one cigar with you guys. But here's my thoughts. I'm okay if today we come down a lot, we come down $1,000 or something, because typically what I want to see is I just want to see Bitcoin continue to grind day after day after day. So when you look back on it, when we look back at Bitcoin next Wednesday, next Tuesday, I want to be at a higher spot than we are currently now. And I think that's where my main goal is right now. Sorry, not my mouth. But if we go over the last few times where we've actually had some nice moves, so let me just lock this in place very fast. You know, it hasn't always been such a pretty little thing. So right over here, this is back on what, Thursday the 12th. You know, we did have one day of spiking. This might have been the day of spiking. And then we came down for a few days before making that stronger move up. I can definitely see that. I can almost see a retracement all the way back down to like $64,000 before making another high. But right now, where I think I'm just, you know, like, I think I'm okay with that. I can have some longs open. They can withstand all that nonsense, and I'll kind of ride that wave. If you guys are trading right now and you guys are looking for stop losses, my stop losses aren't right here at like 64,812. No. I'm having some pretty decent ones in case we have a larger pullback and we have to consolidate a little bit more. My stop losses right now are closer to $62,000 than all the way back down here towards 883. Personally, I think having the one at 62,000 is going to be just fine. I don't think we have to really worry about it getting all the way back down here to the below 60,000. But if you guys just want to, you know, leave it alone with a small 2x or 3x leverage, you can go all the way down here to 59,000. I don't think you need to, but you can. But again, the time before this over here, this was back in what, August 19th, excuse me. We had a little bit of a hiccup the next day, but overall it kept on rallying up. That's all I want to see. I know it might not be as easy as this one right here where we just had a green signal like buy, and it just started to go skyrocketing. I doubt that's going to be the case here, but I am hoping that we can continue to grind up. Now, usually when we're in this big old move and everybody's really excited, there's another way that we like to trade this as well, and some of you guys know this that have been here for a while. We start paying attention to the 4-hour chart, and we start looking to say, hey, when is the 4-hour chart going to turn back to being bullish? Now, again, this is if we go down, you will see the 4-hour chart turn bearish. That'll be a rough sign for some of you guys that maybe have been buying right now. So you could always just wait for this to turn bearish and wait for it to flip back over and then buy on that crossover and then kind of watch the money flow in as it continues to go up due to the daily chart and maybe the weekly chart by the end of the week. So that's probably a good way to go. And then one thing here before I start talking about some other stuff, and talking about Bitcoin as well. I mean, look at this. We're so freaking close. We're so freaking close to going positive for the first time in a very, very long time that, you know, I'm almost forecasting that we're going to have this MACD crossover. I'm almost forecasting that's going to be a great time for us and all that other stuff. But it's not there yet, so I don't want to get too crazy, but my heart is getting crazy. My heart is saying, oh my God, it's time to buy Bitcoin. And honestly, I'll put out a video about this, I think tomorrow. But I do believe I need to start dollar cost averaging more in the different altcoins. And by that, I mean, let's just put up the chart. Let's just go down the list here. So Dogecoin, you know, this is a weekly chart. We're starting to get a pretty good spot. You can definitely see Dogecoin like it did back over here in September, definitely pop up really high and break through all these moving averages. Right now, we're just getting stopped by the 50. We could easily, over the next couple weeks, break out above the 50, go to the 200, and now all of a sudden we're back up to 12.5 cents. And then from there, we keep on riding this up. Because again, MACD is just turning green on Dogecoin for the first time in a long time. The last time it would turn green is kind of funny, way back over here in 2024 February. Then before that, you know, we had a few other opportunities, I would say, back over here. That worked out. This one did not work out, but it was still at a level of resistance, so you want to be more careful. We've already broken out here. We've already broken out for Dogecoin. This one was kind of interesting, actually. We popped up right here, and then we went up a little bit higher, but eventually we came back down. We're not in that downtrend anymore. We've kind of bottomed out, and we're looking for the upswing here. And again, we're not going to talk about this because this was just a crazy time for Dogecoin, but again, we're good. Now let's go over here to WIF, right? WIF has already been making some strong moves. The MACD is not going to matter as much here, but you can see what a big level of resistance, and we have an opportunity to break out there. We're waiting for these breakouts. If you guys want to be like swing traders, you guys are just waiting for those breakouts. Right here at the same time, you got Bonk, another AI token, if you will. We're in the process of breaking out right now. We're going to see if we can. You can also go up here to this wick and you can see maybe we're a little bit less. But we are in the process of breaking out this week and next week as far as Bonk is concerned. Miro, which I've been dollar cost averaging for a while. This has been a very painful dollar cost average up until the last few weeks. Because honestly, like imagine my averages right here, because I've been at dollar cost averaging. my average is here. At one point, I was down about like 55%, right? So it wasn't the best hold, but now all of a sudden I'm basically breaking even. You get back over here to baby Dogecoin. This has been an interesting one, to be honest, because you got back over here April, March, when everybody was selling off. Your dollar cost average, you know, your average is way back down here. This popped up really fast because of the Binance listing. So, you know, I'm looking at these meme coins right here. You know, we're still not as high as we were back in May. We're still not as high as we were back in March. I'm happy to buy over here and just kind of hold. Shiba Inu, we already talked about this a couple days ago, ready for a bounce, maybe a dip and a rip type of effect. We're just waiting, we're being patient. We need to see Bitcoin have that breakout. But if Bitcoin does have that breakout, this is where you see altcoins go crazy. This is where you finally start to see Benjamin start talking about, oh my God, Bitcoin dominance is over. We're going to start seeing it crash now, and then altcoins rally and you know, and stuff like that. Again, go over here to Pepe. Pepe already broke out. Momentum is about to turn green this week or next week. I might say next week. So there are a lot of opportunities here. Floki, momentum isn't there yet, but we already had the breakout. You could consider maybe this is another opportunity for a breakout right here. All really depends on what you're looking at. But there's a lot of stuff about to happen here. I'm hoping it's going to be bullish. We can wait for Bitcoin to give us that confirmation, because once altcoins start to go, they are going to be ripping for week after week after week, and it could be the beginning of some type of altcoin season. It might not be the big, you know, altcoin season. Oh my God, we're seeing tens of thousands of percents. But I mean, you could see something similar to what we had back in, you know, early March and April, February of this year, where you saw altcoins really ripping up hundreds of percents. I think that's something that you could definitely have this time around, if Bitcoin can just continue this breakout and hopefully break out above 73,000, or what is it, 72,000 something, going to all-time highs. So we're going to be paying attention to that stuff a lot here. Milady is another example of this. This hasn't actually had that big rally back up, but I feel like this is an underdog. I feel like it, you know, it's lost. It's kind of scared. It just looks kind of lonely right now. It hasn't had that big pop. And you know, when everybody buys Floki, Pepe, She, Book of Meme, you know, Baby Doge, and that's already popping, they're going to look for something else that hasn't popped yet, and then boom, Milady is going to be waiting for you. So, you know, that's another way that I see it happening right now. So I'm going to try to find a way to long this with leverage, or I'll just buy spot on it and be like, hey guys, I have this at this price, and we can just watch it go up from here. Milady does not have a large market cap, I believe. Milady meme coin. 65 million. Is this the right Milady though? Ladies? Yeah. No, this definitely has a different logo, it feels like. No, this is, okay. Okay, sorry. For whatever reason, the logo right here on the right-hand side is not the logo of the female who I see with the followers. But it says it has about a $70 million market cap. You know, that's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. I bought some meme coins, you guys know, on Tron a few weeks ago. I think all of those have gone to shit, I'm pretty sure. I'll keep you informed. I got to look them up. I got to go through Telegram though, which is always a pain in the butt. Anything else as far as meme coins I want to talk about here very fast? Oh, Popcat, look at that, beautiful on the weekly chart, beautiful. Turbo, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This has been my best dollar cost average so far, because again, back when the market was crashing, we were dollar cost averaging over here. Boom, it's one of the few tokens, like I said before, where the average is going up. It is about to run into resistance, so this may get interesting here. Mog, again, another one that's interesting. March, April is when we started dollar cost averaging it. It's been higher. These are rare examples of it, of the tokens going higher, because a lot of stuff was not doing all too well here. And then, of course, things like Fetch AI, waiting for those types of moves. Where are my other AI tokens? Oh, there's PHA. Here's another one that kind of reminds me of Milady, where it hasn't really popped off too much yet, but it can make a good move. Just for reference, let's say we buy here, not the bottom, just right over here towards the bottom. You know, that move right there is around 37-40%. You can see this thing has a lot of room to run. World token, of course, already making good moves. I like this quite a bit. I'm hoping it does go a lot higher. I feel bad about selling my original position, but I basically sold it over here towards like 210, 215. Then it crashed like 149. So I was like, okay, that would have been horrible for a leverage position, right? So that's kind of how I feel about the market right now. I'm hoping we can get things on track as far as altcoins, but you know, having a day like this just to cool off, I think we're okay. And then of course, I'm just gonna add this line over here for the short term. We had a wonderful morning. If you guys didn't see, we spiked all the way up to like 69,000, or excuse me, 68,000. But then we just kind of, you know, we got slammed. We got slammed quite effectively, where we came down about like 5% or over 3,000 bucks in a matter of like an hour. And then we bounced back up, and now we're consolidating here, waiting to move back up. Whatever wall was there, it wasn't enough to stop the buyers from coming back in and really getting more Bitcoin, which I always think is fantastic, especially when it's happening during business hours. You're going to have BlackRock there as support, Grayscale there as support, you know, all of those major Bitcoin ETFs. They still want to buy more Bitcoin, especially when everybody's hyped about it right now. They'd rather buy it at 66,000 than maybe $75,000 next week or something. So that was also something I'm very happy about. Let me light this thing up again because I was talking too much, as I typically do. If only YouTube allowed me to drink on stream. Let's see. Hey, we make a good amount today. I'm happy you're making some money today. Making money is always good, and today was a good day for making money, especially with that crazy volatility. I mean, this is why you need stop losses throughout your daily trade, your daily trades. You know, one of the sponsors of the channel, you can see it right there, BYDeFi. Remember, they have a 200x leverage. So if you're opening up a trade with 200x leverage and you get slammed like that, you could be down like freaking 600% in a matter of minutes. So that's why I always stress having those stop losses, especially if you guys are going to be doing some day trading here. And hey, OP Made Productions, I'm happy you're getting off working it to enjoy the stream. That is always a nice time right there. Why would whales buy at 67 if they could have bought at 54 less than 3 months ago? Because a lot of them are bureaucrats and stuff like that. You know, to a certain degree, a lot of governments don't care when they buy Bitcoin. They're not, you know, most governments aren't trying to be cost effective, if that makes sense. They're just not trying to be like that. We go to 72,000 to 80,000. That's the top, then back down with the market correction around election. Yeah, so what's been interesting is this bounce has been correlating to when more positive polls have been coming out for Trump. Over the past few weeks, Trump has been like getting demolished in the polls, I think. You know, Kamala Harris was up by 4 or 5 different points, you know. And so all of a sudden, Trump's making a comeback. Trump's making a comeback, and all of a sudden Bitcoin goes boom. So I wonder if this race stays tied, will that help Bitcoin out and maybe stop us from having any crazy moments? But during the night of the election, we are going to see a lot of volatility here. You know, I'm not going to be streaming the election with you guys because it's just going to be too crazy in here. We're going to be looking at too much stuff. I want to be looking at the news. Actually, I'll probably be at the cigar lounge smoking and watching the election results come in because like I don't want to have to deal with any stress. During this time, I'm like, okay, please, what's going to happen here, you know? And then I'll be, maybe I'll be live streaming on my phone, watching the election, and then we'll be having a conversation like that. I think that might be a good way to go. That's what I'll do. I'll live stream at the cigar lounge, with the phone on me, and we can be talking about different stuff, and that'll be a way to go. But I'm not going to be like actively on my computer talking about the election, stuff like that, because it'll just be too much straight politics for my brain to absorb. I'll die. But you see, after the big correction, you think you go back up? Right now, we're really gearing up for a larger move here. We just need to have a few more days of bullishness, and we need to lock that in by this Sunday, and then we're pretty much breaking out. Do I own some Litecoin as well? I own a decent amount of Litecoin. I've owned it for a very long time. You know, I bought it back in what, 2015, 2016? No, it wasn't that early, was it? I bought it when Coinbase was very, very new and it only had like a handful of tokens. That's how long ago I bought my Litecoin. But you know what? I think it has potential. I'm always waiting to see what happens. The market cap has always been useful for me. It hasn't really fallen down to crazy lows and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue to hold it. But yes, I do own some Litecoin. Bearish divergence. You're not seeing too much of it, but I think on the daily chart you might see it. No, it's 4-hour chart. Here, hold on a second. let's go over here to Bitcoin and I can go down the list. So there's an indicator out there if any of you guys want to use it. It's called Divergence for Many Indicators version 4 by Lonesome. I have a tutorial, I think, on it. And you can see all the divergences right now on Bitcoin. And I think if I go over here, I can actually add the hidden divergences as well. Regular and hidden divergences. And you can see a little bit of divergences that happened over the past few weeks, right? Now, if we go over here to the daily chart, you're seeing a little bit of a divergence right here. This is on an open candle though, so it's a little bit different. So I'm not too concerned about it, but there are some bearish divergences there, just like they were there last week, if that kind of makes a difference, like back over here. So we still kept on moving up. 12 hour, a little bit of divergence. You can see how they worked out over the past. 4 hour, a little bit of divergence, you know, nothing crazy. 1 hour, any divergence? Not too much here. No, not much at all. You can see how big of a move this really, you know, makes. I mean, this was a crazy thing that happened because of a daily move. So, let's see. The weekly still seems to be okay at this point. And I think that's just because some of the MACDs and oscillators are still, they're turning around right now. Even though they're still bearish, they are turning at this point. There we are. And hey, the real MILF Hunter, happy to see my man. Yeah, that call was spot on, Michael. What do you call? I like having these ways of, well, I know. I like being able to record on my phone and just tell you guys what's going on. I was talking with Opus Clip today, and they have a new feature that I really like that's going to be coming out maybe next few months. They're going to build it out basically because people like me need it. And I've been working with them for a long time. But I'm super excited. It's going to like change the way I give you guys content, which is going to be great. But the only thing I was mad about is when I gave you guys that call that Bitcoin could do something like really crazy this week, because again, the moving averages, how the momentum is still shifting in our favor. When I record on my phone and I try to update it onto YouTube, upload it, my upload speed on my iPhone is trash. So it takes like 30 minutes to an hour and a half to upload videos to YouTube for some reason. Again, this is an iPhone 15. It shouldn't take that long. AT&T shouldn't take that long, but it does. So I was hoping it might get out a little bit sooner, but I was happy that around the time I posted it, Bitcoin started to soar, which was good. What do you mean? YouTube won't let me drink on stream. No, I can get in trouble if I drink alcohol on stream. If I drink alcohol on a video, like you know, I'm recording it, it's not live, then yeah, I think I'm okay with that. But I cannot drink alcohol on streams apparently, according to YouTube guidelines, because they're very vague on the subject. What's my opinion on Solana? Is it going to pull back or possibly move up? I got a long open. Right now, I mean, Bitcoin's been the thing that's been continuing to pump up, and you can see Solana still got hit by that same forceful move that Bitcoin did. Right now, we haven't seen Solana break out, so it's not really, I'm not really as bullish on this. So what you could see instead is possibly, you see this 200 daily moving average was a level of support for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days before it broke down. You may see it pull back down here to the 200 and then try to rise back up, especially as Bitcoin finds its footing right now. So you might find it come back down here towards 151 or so. And then you probably are looking at this, because this daily chart's been coming down for 2 days while Bitcoin, again, went up today. 4 hour chart is probably bearish right now. Yeah, just turned bearish. So you're probably going to wait for that next breakout to occur right there. That next breakout will probably push you up towards, you know, 160, 170 levels over like a week period of time. Now, let me see how the 1 hour is doing. The 1 hour is still okay. It doesn't look terrible. I think it just this midday kind of crash that we saw, soared it, then crash. I don't know what you want to call it. That's probably the issue that we're seeing right now as far as how it's affecting the technicals. But let me pull this back a little bit. How's the 30-minute looking? 3 hour, 4 hour. Okay, I might only get a little bit more concerned if this starts to break down below the 20 moving average on the 4 hour chart. That might push you back down here towards 146 with the 50 and the 200. And does that match up? 146? Yeah, matches up with the 20-day moving average as well. So worst thing you see is maybe a move down here, maybe a wick that pops back up, and then we continue to hold on to it. That might be the worst case scenario I see right here. Overall, we still are very bullish. Last time we had the MACD crossover here, we ended up doing well. The time before that, we didn't really do too well. Well, let me see. Friday the 23rd. I guess we had one big day of pumping up, but that's not the same thing here. You're really putting a lot more faith in Bitcoin, I would say, than Solana's own technical analysis here. But at least in the short term here, the 4-hour chart, it is looking like it wants to come back down a little bit more. Not enough to scare me, but just enough to say, oh yeah, we might be looking a little bit red before we turn green. Because again, with Bitcoin making this move, you could always see Bitcoin consolidate for a little bit of time up here before making that larger move. Last time we had a big move with Bitcoin, we popped up 3 days of going down, then skyrocketing. This one, Bitcoin had just kind of played sideways for a while before breaking out. And again, back over here, Bitcoin just launched straight up. Well, I doubt we're going to have that same type of effect, but no, it'd be nice if we did. But I think for Bitcoin at this moment in time, we're just desperately trying to break above 68,000. We're fairly close. I mean, we're like less than 1,500 bucks away from it. That's the goal here. When that occurs, you're probably going to see Solana have that breakout. It might just look a little abnormal here because Bitcoin will be breaking out to this little high area. Solana will probably just be getting back up to that level of resistance that it just got rejected from. And then we'll have to see over the next 2-3 days if it'll be able to actually break out above it. And hey, Mo, New York City, happy to see my man. Is it Mo? Yeah, Mo. I feel like my eyes are getting worse. I think I need new glasses because my eyes are just not cutting it anymore for reading YouTube comments. Trump ain't coming on nothing but his own daughter's back. Jesus Christ. What do you call it? I saw him do a Bloomberg interview today, and I heard Kamala went on Charlemagne the God. So both the politicians are doing a bunch of stuff right now. They're trying to do some media blitzes. But the Bloomberg thing is what I saw trending on Twitter. I didn't see too much news about Kamala, which is kind of surprising. I thought they might have more news about, Charlemagne the God. He's pretty popular, I think, in LA or something. No worries, J Riggs. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I have so many comments. Hey boss, any thoughts about Moo Dang? It's really cheap right now. Okay, when it comes to those types of coins, honestly, treat them as gambles. Treat them as going to the casino, putting your money in a slot machine and just pulling it. And basically you gotta wait like 5 to 6 months to see if you make some good money off of it. To me, do I own any Moo Dang? No, I know there's a bunch of versions of it out there right now, but I'm not opposed to just buying it with 50 bucks, 20 bucks and seeing where it goes. Typically, when you buy low market cap tokens, it is a very high risk play. Let me go over here and log into my Bulls account here for you guys. Let's go over here to Telegram. Bullstron. Log in. Okay, my candle smells pretty darn good. I want you guys to know that. It smells delicious. All right, open a web. Log in. Why does it keep doing that? Let's see. Does it work now? There we go. I'll secure my account later on. Like, I have this position right now. I bought it during the first day and it's just been going. Oh, can I show you guys how bad of a loss this is? Right? So I put like 50 bucks into this and I'm trying to figure out how to do like these types of trades. But basically I bought, right? Bought a few little things like $5 little buys, $2 buys in here. I bought another $5 and I bought another $10. And I'm just saying, I'm just learning, right? I told you guys this when I first bought this. It's like really small amounts of capital because I have no idea what I'm doing. That being said, it's gone down. My money is down about 72% right now. So, even though I guess I put $50 in total, it's technically down 70% or something like that. So it's not pleasant. If you guys get into this field, it is going to be very risky. I always tell you guys, be very, very careful. Am I going to sell this? I mean, probably, because at this point it didn't really do anything. Had a nice pump. It went up to like $2 million market cap, and then over time just went down more and more and more. And then now Let me see. Like, there's always new tokens out there. Like, what has the biggest volume right now? Tic-tac-toe token is making some moves right now, but this is only for Tron Network here. So trending pairs, Fofar is having a move, I would say. Last 24 hours. Sundog is fine. Sun Joker. These are all things making moves. Market cap for Sun Wukong is 4 million. T-Bull is 8 million. Maybe I'll try T-Bull or Suncat. You know, these are 3 million. If they go to $1 billion, I'm still making a shit ton of money. But again, this is the risk you take when you enter into this arena. Vitka has 2 million. Puss has 6 million. You know, it's so high risk that I don't apply the same type of like brain power to it like I would something else. I'm like, man, I'm gonna take a gamble. I'm gonna have some fun. At the end of this month, I'm going to Vegas for the FinTech Conference Money 2020. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna play some slots. I'm gonna play some craps. I'm gonna play some roulette. I do not know if I'm gonna win. I'll be pleasantly happy if I win. That's how I view these low market cap tokens. That's how I'd say most people should view them. You put some money into a slot machine. Every low market cap meme coin is a slot machine. You just pull that lever and you just kind of watch. I don't think you should sell after 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. I think you should just sit down, watch, and have a great time with it. That's the best way to be looking at a lot of this stuff. Our rump up over 5,000%, like that one right there. That one could be fantastic. But again, it's going to be a low market cap token if it's up 5,000%. Trade wisely. Don't put your whole fortune in that type of stuff. Put 10 bucks, put 20 bucks, put 50 bucks if you're a heavy gambler. But just understand at that level, you pretty much are just gambling out there. And hey, Vanna, you're up 163% on DJT token. Nice, there you go. Yeah, I heard his new token launched today. I haven't heard much more news about that. If you want to talk about it, let me know. Did I chart Donald Trump token? No, let me see. Or is it token or is it just the stock? Because I know his stock is going up. Trump coin? Tether? Well, that's not right. So it must be the stock you guys are talking about then. Trump Media and Technology. Let's see. I mean, yeah, look at that. All of a sudden, he's starting to get some good pulls and he's bouncing back up. There was a fear back over here there was a fear back over there where they thought he was eligible to sell shares of the company, and so was his family, but nobody sold any shares, and you started to see a little bit more of a short squeeze happening. It's back up to 27 bucks, and it was as far down as $12, so you're looking pretty good if you're holding it. The momentum of him being ahead in the poll or tied in the polls right now is definitely changing things up. And apparently, I'm going to keep bringing this up because it is pretty interesting. It appears that a lot of Latinos, Hispanics like myself, or black people like myself, men are kind of flocking over to Donald Trump right now in a way they haven't before. And that's giving him a whole bunch of a big boost, because if you look at a lot of inner cities where typically Democrats rely on, minority votes, as they put it, you are going to see them need those votes if they're going to win. They can't have low turnout in cities if the whole freaking, countryside is coming out in droves to vote for Trump. They need to have the cities to be that big population center for them. So you're probably going to see this continue to kind of go up and down a little bit more, but overall it's still moving up, and you can probably see a nice short squeeze coming here. Let me, here. What is a short? Yeah, I mean, the short float's like 15% right now on the DJT. So this definitely has more room to run right here, especially like they did back in April. Yeah, I still see a lot of upside for this one. It just kind of depends more on news than we would like, and that sometimes that can be kind of annoying, right? You got to rely on polling data. You got to rely on news about what's happening with the election. You got to rely on Trump having good moments throughout the day, like he was having a good time at the Bloomberg talk interview discussion. I don't know what the heck it was. Talk. Well, yeah, you get the point there. What do you think about Obama telling black men voting for Harris? Are you upset that you're telling you to vote for Harris? Oh, I'm not upset. God, I don't care too much about Obama, to be frank, right? When he was president, I cared much more about what he said. But again, when he was president, okay, 2008, I was a freshman in high school, okay? Obama was not on my mind. And then after that, I was in college. Again, not really on my mind. I was not very political from a young age. I think at most I did during my summers, I do like pride parades back when there was like gay support, whatever it was. Like I have a few friends that are gay. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll march with you, you know, stuff like that. I don't really go into the political realm all too much. Like as far as crypto and politics, that type of mesh, I love talking about that because it's nice. But as far as Obama, I don't think Obama has the gravitas he once did within the community. If I go ask a lot of my African American friends, they're like, we like him, but he really didn't do much for us personally. And because he didn't do much for us personally, now that he's out of office, we don't really feel the need to really listen to him at all. You know, there are different ways of viewing him. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's good, but there's a lot of people in my circle where it's just like, yeah, you didn't really do much for us. You know, we voted for him because, you know, he's African American. We wanted to see an African American in the White House, but us ourselves didn't really benefit as much as we thought we might have. And again, I was in middle school. I'm not talking, you know, I'm not that type of person, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, Obama can say whatever he wants to. From a tactical position, it was not a very smart thing to do because all over TikTok, I see a bunch of people saying, shut the fuck up, Obama, all that type of crap. You know, that's something else. But tactical, it was a horrible decision for him to say that. But again, he thinks he still has that gravitas and he just doesn't. The longer you guys age, you know, it doesn't work as much. Do I think the market will consolidate this week? I think it has to consolidate up until about Sunday, yeah. So we should be making a little bit of a stronger move, I would say. I think we have maybe one more big pop and then we start coming back down a little bit more, consolidating, waiting for next week to really have that like boom type of moment here. Because we already had a big boom moment this week, actually. And hey, Gambit, happy to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. We were talking about you yesterday. We're hoping you're okay out there in Florida. Sell that POS token and put half your bag in Retardia and half in Goat on Sol. I'll have to look into those tokens. What do you call? Again, I am only going into random tokens. I'm not even doing much research. But if there's a what's the way to buy? It's like Phantom, I think it is, for Solana. Yeah, I can put some money there and try to buy some of those tokens up. Can't hurt, right? Again, it's like gambling. That's all I say. But if you know it's gambling, I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want then, right? I yelled at 1250, sold calls, then bought back, held through the pop at 34, then back to 25. Today I'll be over to 50 before the election. I could see it definitely during that after the squeeze. Maybe not after. Yeah, Woody, that could definitely be the case. Let's see. Doge on Mars and Spell Token a lower market cap since they have a history since the last bull run. You can put some money in it. I already own both of those stocks or some of those crypto tokens right there. They have not performed well, but I still hold them nonetheless. Hi, Michael. About to sleep. Just want to say hi. Well, hey, Richard. Hope you have a good sleep. And thank you so much as always for being a good member. I appreciate it, man. My opinion on Ton Chain memes like Trump 3 and TCAT and Pepe MG. Again, it's all going to be lottos, but if the market decides to like focus on those, you can make a lot of money. So again, it's worth maybe $5, $10. You don't have to go crazy with any of these plays. You know, like, how do I say this? If you make like $25 an hour and you work 8 hours, all you made for the day basically is what, like $200? Yeah, like all you made is like $200. $200 a day, 5 days a week. That's like $1,000, you know. So, you know, just put a teeny bit of that into the market and see if you get lucky. But the majority of my capital is going to those larger market cap meme coins, larger market cap AI tokens, some of the lower market cap ones, of course, too, but not like low, not like micro, but like 30, 50, you know, 400 million market, somewhere in there is where I feel most comfortable because they've gotten out of the slumps, if you will, like the swampy areas where coins die. See. Am I an SUI deep? what do you call, I mean, I own both of them, but I'm just holding them spot. I'm not trading them. And no worries, Perry, I know you're not a robot. Retarded up 500K more since I bought it up. Oh, nice. Let's see. Yeah, Kilo, yeah, I was just talking about that from yesterday's conversation. How are my positions that I went over yesterday? I believe they're all down probably like 40 to 50% because a lot of the tokens that we bought, they kind of cooled off a little bit, which is kind of what we were talking about. I know, see, the reason I hate buying tokens live is because I always have this little caveat. I'm like, man, it's going to come down a little bit, but let's just buy it now so we get out of the way so you guys can see what I'm buying. But I expect them to be down between 50 to like 60%. And then from there, you know, I'm going to double down into my, let's say sometime tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow, probably tomorrow. I'll do it live with you guys. And then we'll watch the average go down and we'll kind of wait for that larger move. But I would expect them to be down quite a bit at this point. To be honest, you know, I don't want to say like, oh my God, they're going crazy right now when they obviously aren't. Just waiting on FEMA. LOL, the slip in though, just got power back on yesterday. I'm happy you got power back, but man, that is wild right there. When I was in school, it was the Clintons. Doge, Sheeb, and Bitcoin all I can keep track of. Those are all good tokens. They're all going to have some good moves here down the road. How are the positions you... Oh, you already asked that me right there. Let's see. Sup, Mike? So bummed that Poly has gone so far stagnant. Yeah, discount. It's been pretty rough overall. Here. What? I'm not smoking. I'm just talking. I don't... This is a good cigar too. There we go. But let me see. You refuse to look at Chlor AI run top. I don't know what that is. Poly. Let me pull up Poly here very fast. Matic. Whatever. I mean, it's not looking the best here. Not looking the best at all. But if Bitcoin's able to turn around, you could see this basically finding a floor and then trying to go higher. So what we may do here, let me see. I know I was talking about how my trades weren't doing so hot, but again, dollar cost average and stuff like that. Blah, blah. Let's go over here to Poly. How about we do a long here? Again, this is a newer token on the exchange, but how about we do a 5x leverage? Let's do another $50 here. Oh, how much was I want to do? 400? Oh, really? Okay, 250? Okay, 250, okay. Let's go long with this one. Open long on the daily chart. Now we have another one. But like this trade is down 20%. This trade is down 40%. This one is down 30%, down 15%. Again, these are all 10x leverage, so it's not really down a crazy amount. Popcat is down 89%. Ponk is down 100%. Again, these are small positions, but still, that's why we're dollar cost averaging into them. Meme is down 85%, and Dogs is down 50% here. So overall, not terrible. Unrealized profit is basically down about $200. I'll survive, of course, but we're going to have to start dollar cost averaging into these starting tomorrow, I believe. I want to give it a few more hours, or maybe even until later tonight. I want to see if Bitcoin can come back down a little bit more, but right now, I mean, let me move this up a little bit. There you go. Right now, Bitcoin has this slight uptrend that we're working with, if I can find that drawing. You know, are we going to break out and go crazy? I would expect us to more likely come down a little bit, then try to break out tomorrow morning around the early hours. You know, this was around 6:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? So usually those are when the large moves happen. Still holding on quite well to these support levels though. Just doesn't look as exciting after all the big moves we've seen over the last few days. My poly bag is the only thing that is down, and I hold a large amount of it too. Hopefully when it pops back up, you'll be able to sell it and just start reallocating money. I mean, I know you guys watch a lot of other traders. I've been seeing a lot of personal friends of mine in this space that have other channels. With most of their Bitcoin profits, they're basically just buying a shit ton of altcoins and in the spot markets, right? And that's not a terrible thing for me to do. I don't think poly is excluded from that list right now. I don't know if it'll go to all-time highs, but I do think it'll have a really good rebound once, you know, an altcoin season type environment starts to come to fruition. Right now, it is not that type of market, but we could be getting close. So maybe that poly or Matic bag will no longer be a bag and you'll be able to sell it. Maybe not for the crazy profit, you know, but at least a profit. And after holding it for that long, you know, that's the least, you know, that's the least it owes you. I think, yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. Real MILF Hunter, a sleeper, yeah. Always pay yourself first into stocks and any currency that makes you passive income. 401k is not paying yourself first. Yeah. I mean, I like my 401k, I like my Roth IRAs and stuff like that, but frankly, I'm very happy I know how to manage my own accounts. It makes life a lot easier. Now, it's not perfect, of course, because then I have to, like, you know, I make my own mistakes as well. But holding oil this year has been freaking fantastic for my my retirement account. Those dividends, baby, those dividends are juicy. Hey, one up. You looked at Chlor AI for me. What's the ticker on Chlor AI? That's what I'm basically asking. 4 days ago, you called the run back up. Good job. I'm at it. Take it easy, bro. No worries, man. Happy to see you, my man. Department of Government Efficiency has me a little giddy on the X-Truth future merger integrations. Oh, that could be interesting right there as well. I mean, I have much higher expectations for X than I do the Trump media app. You know, I think at True Social, I just have much more expectations. I think if they did merge, that'd be very interesting. I don't know how that would work because I know there'd be a lot of criticism about it, but I think it could be a very interesting merger. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting right there. Truth TV could be interesting. I mean, YouTube actually doesn't really, so I've talked to some of the YouTuber people. They actually don't like 24-hour streams so much. I do it anyway because there's a market for it, but they don't really push it out too much. I really am hoping, because, you know, they're trying to push their YouTube TV. I'm really hoping that, like, over time I can get like a group of people together and I basically just not a 24/7 network, you know, I'm not that loaded up, but perhaps I can have a network when I move to Thailand, or, you know, years down the road, or, you know, I have everything situated for myself. Maybe I can have some type of studio. But I have been talking with other people out there about doing some type of show for like an hour or 2 hours, just a bunch of guys talking together. You guys know Dennis over there from Virtual Bacon. You know, I'm helping him with a project right now, and I'll talk about it more, I guess, tomorrow. But I think down the road, I think we're going to try to put together a channel, not a channel, but like a, what would you even call that? You know, like a show, like Bit Boy's old show. We had other people, like, you know, around and kind of having a good time and talking. Now, I might be all webcam version of that, but I'd be down with that, right? So I'm hoping to do more of that. I've looked at a lot of other channels to see if I can deal with them. I don't really vibe with a lot of people because I'm kind of a ADHD guy, which, you know, can't talk properly all the time. Or I just, sometimes there are channels out there that have horrible technical analysis, and I'm not the type of guy that says, oh, that technical analysis is shit. You know, I'm not that type of guy. Ooh, it's pouring down rain over here. But yeah, so I try to be a little bit nicer. And hey, Peck, dude, that's awesome right there. I said nothing to no one. Interesting. Well, dude, sometimes life is like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes life has you back. I've been there before. You know, maybe I'm low on funds for like back when my mom was sick, and all of a sudden I'd have a really big trading day, and I was like, thank you, Lord, for having that, you know, for allowing that trade step to happen. Stuff like that. You never know. What's my take on meme coins like Bad Idea AI? I typically like them. I'm not trading them as much, you know, I'm not even doing swing trading or anything like that. I think they're better for spot holds where you can just put some money there, hunker it down, and then just kind of watch. And then for those type of plays, I'm not really looking to sell them until, you know, at least December, most likely Q1 of next year, if not Q2 next year. I'm not really looking at like selling any of that type of stuff for a while here. Chlor, there we go. Okay, Chlor. Let's see. Chlor, there you are. Oh yeah, look at that. They did have a nice little pop there. That is a beautiful little thing. And it got back above the 200, because the 200 is where I probably would have started scaling out at. Yeah, this is actually making a pretty nice move here. I'm hoping it can continue. This kind of makes you want to scale out though, because you can see how fast it falls back down, how fast it falls back down. Man. There we go. All this volatility from today is freaking making this look all boring though. Hey Michael, Bitcoin is almost 67,000 and almost all alts are red for the day. Yeah, I think right now we're just seeing a big breather. Bitcoin had a very good day yesterday, but altcoins went crazy yesterday, absolutely crazy. And a lot of them ran up into those larger levels of resistance. So they're just getting rejected off of those levels and cooling off before a larger move. What makes altcoins so much more fun for the most part is they can come down 5% one day, then they can shoot up 10%, then come back 5%. That volatility is to be expected. But yeah, you're basically seeing a day where Bitcoin dominance continued to climb. If you go over to Benjamin's account, not Beja, Benjamin. I'm so happy that he follows me. It feels like an honor. He's one of the OGs in the space. Oh, this is actually a good post right here. Benjamin says, for those that don't understand why I care about Bitcoin dominance, it is because you can't just keep your portfolio Bitcoin heavy throughout a Bitcoin dominance uptrend and outperform a majority of the altcoin market. I think Bitcoin dominance tops around 60%. And then he posted 7 hours ago, Bitcoin dominance is an all-time high, or new cycle high, excuse me, and we're at 58.66%. We are very close to 60%. So if we do have that, you know, that reversal from there, you can definitely see altcoins really start to soar. And if altcoins really start to soar, oh my God, it's going to happen fast. It's going to be very, very beautiful. It will be absolutely insane. But you know, that volatility can drive people a little bit wild with FOMO. And you know, again, for most people out there, depending on what you're looking at with Bitcoin, my mind right now is focused on getting Bitcoin from where we are right now up here towards that level of resistance around 72, 73,000. That's where all the trades I'm doing right now, that's where they're going. For the longer term trades, like dollar cost averaging with altcoins, meme coins, AI tokens, everything else, you know, those are ready for when Bitcoin hits all the way up here around like $100,000. That's for that type of play. But right now, when I'm talking about these smaller trades that we're doing, as far as, you know, buying the breakout with momentum, our only goal is to get around 70,000, 71,000, 72,000. Anything above that's just kind of gravy. If you want to, you can use that level as a scale out level, then hold the rest of what you buy right now and then kind of wait for that larger move. But again, you know, there's different ways of going about it. For me, I'd probably buy some, I'd wait for it to hit 70,000, then I'd probably sell off 20 to 40%, and maybe even up to 80% to be honest. And then just let the rest of it ride, because I can always add new positions if it breaks out, you know. But I don't want to be caught getting into the FOMO territory here. Podcast? A podcast could be interesting as well. Yeah, I mean, basically just imagine what they do. What's that guy's channel? Invest Answers, I think it is. Here, hold on. Invest Answers. So this guy, so he has a video where October is here, key updates and strategies for this week, and he'll have about 4 people getting together, right? And they'll just be talking and having a good time, talking about cryptocurrency, the news, Tesla, stocks, you know, all that type of stuff. We'll talk about all, like, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. It'll take a while to build it up, but I don't care, you know. I just want to have a good time talking with other people, and that way you guys, you know, you could listen to me and my friends talk about, like, you know, our thoughts in the market. And, you know, I may have a thought, somebody else may have a thought. Then you basically, the next week, one of our thoughts wins out, and I can pretty much trash the other guy for being wrong, you know, because I'm never wrong. You know, that type of stuff. Ooh, I love the smell of matches, especially high-end matches. Let's see. They launched Truth Streaming today. Oh, well, I might have to try it. I have a Truth Social account. I have not used it in like not months, but quarters. I have not used it in a while. But for Truth Streaming, that might be kind of interesting there. I might do that just to try Truth Streaming crypto. You never know, you know. We need a new category of cryptocurrency. How about vegetable farm NFTs? They do have farms. Farming is technically a category in cryptocurrency. Never got filled in my Doge Bitcoin offer. Oh man, no, it's okay, man. There's always gonna be another trade right there. Set and forget. That's also a way to go about it. Go back to, so that's not bad. I mean, Dogecoin especially, just gotta give it some time here. It's been doing okay. Like, it's crazy how a lot, like, so Dogecoin had a really rough 2022, came down because it had such a crazy 2021, right? Absolutely crazy. But at the same time, there are a lot of tokens that really underperformed Dogecoin, which already had a really bad day. So I thought Dogecoin was just gonna have one of the worst tokens because it came up so much. There are so many tokens that is a lot worse than Dogecoin, which is just wild. That's a great idea, Michael. I love investment. I know, so do I. I don't watch his channel as much as I used to, but basically I love it and I like what he does. I like how he tries to gather some knowledgeable people. You know, you could have a guest on and stuff like that. And you're just talking, you're sharing your screens, you're showing your technical analysis. You're all kind of, you know, sharing your different ideas. So the community as a whole is just a little bit smarter because of that. That's typically what I'm going for. Now, I'm not going to be launching that myself. I'm going to try to latch onto somebody else's because it's a lot easier to do that. And I already know people that are trying, like, in the process of working that out. And that way I can just join them, test it out a few times, and then we're going to be good to go. All right. Now, I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but I'm going to try to join Virtual Bacons and then try to be a regular on that one. And I think that'd be very, very nice because Virtual Bacon has a very large following. He does crypto trading, talks about his crypto portfolios and stuff like that. And I think it'll be interesting just to kind of hear what people have to, you know, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll be able to answer questions from the audience. You know, you never know. Huge spike, then back down crazy. Depends on which token. Let's see. Can you tell me what happened earlier this morning with the hedge swing and the huge swing in the Bitcoin market? So I don't exactly know what happened besides the fact that we got really close to a level of resistance up there around 68,000, and I believe whales sold off a lot of crypto in a short amount of time, leading us to go down about $3,000 in about an hour. So I think it was just a reaction, just hitting a pretty large wall and the wall reacting to that. Somebody was up there trying to stop us from breaking down, and it really didn't do a good job. I mean, it really did not do a good job at all. I didn't hear any news that would make me say, oh my God, this is why Bitcoin must have come down. But just in case, we can go over here to CoinDesk. Nope, not coinmarketcap.com, but CoinDesk. There we go. Trump touts new token. Is Elon Musk selling Bitcoin? Tesla transfers all 760 million of its Bitcoin to unknown wallets. That was in the afternoon. Grayscale looks to turn multi-token fund into ETF. Protocol Village, that's an ad. Let's see. Coinbase escalates SEC fight over the agency's inside chatter on Ethereum. Let's see. No, there was actually no news coming out right around there. There's just no news. If anybody knows, let me know. But yeah, around 7 o'clock, we just started to drop. And that was the same time we hit that around 68,000. We technically hit 67,950. Not 951, not 954. That was a pretty exact level to hit. And then we just got trounced. Like, let's go to the 1 minute chart. You can see how fast everybody was buying. 1 minute up here, and then boom, we just started to fall. That was your first warning sign. That was your second warning sign. That was a doomsday sign right there. And then now, you know, we're bouncing back up a little bit more here. And still, yeah, we got a little bit of warning signs happening right now once we started breaking down below the 200. And here we are again. So I don't think there was an exact reason of what happened here. Besides, we hit basically a wall and a whale just dumped on us. Like literally took a dump. It was horrible. Even though I was sleeping during this time. XLM, yeah, that's another one that's just not doing so well. Again, some of these older tokens that we liked a lot back in 2021 and 2020, they are just not performing the way we want them to be right now. I watch Trader TV live all day, every day. Fantastic for the stock market and chat members too. Yeah, if there was a crypto version of that, I think it'd be freaking awesome. There needs to be one. And I'm not sure how much time I could dedicate to a stream like that, but I guarantee if it was making me some money or something, I could find the time for it. I could find the time. It's just, maybe I have to get up for a second to let Loki out use the bathroom. That's about the most it would be. A TA podcast in the mornings would be awesome. I listen to the Lifer in the morning and he does an awesome job. I like Lifer because he's all over the place. And I don't mean like all over the place with technical analysis. Like he's always talking. Like he doesn't just stream in the morning. He may stream in the afternoon, middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning. He can just be doing all that type of stuff. Back when Bitcoin Nashville was going on, he brought his whole setup to Nashville, which was crazy. So he could stream while in Nashville. I would never do something so crazy as that. But Crypto Lifer is just, he's about that. He's about that life. When I go to expos, which I'm going to be in Vegas, I want to just bring my gimbal and just talk to you guys like, hey, everybody, it's a nice day. You may even hear me be drunk. I mean, I don't even care. Like there's nothing bad that can happen. Like, I don't, as far as I know, I don't harbor crazy, hateful thoughts that are going to spill out when I'm drunk, if that makes sense. So I can drink, smoke a cigar, talk with you guys, and maybe I'll say an inappropriate joke, but it's not going to be so inappropriate that I'm going to get canceled, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's typically what I like to do. And I think it's the best way to go forward. Tonight, I'm going to try to stream with you guys if the balcony's open at the cigar lounge. I'm going to go out there, smoke a cigar, smoke a couple cigars, smoke a few cigars, have a few drinks, and then I'm going to go live in a vertical format and just talk with you guys. I don't know what happened to my gimbal. I have to find it. It may be in one of my suitcases that I haven't unpacked. But I need to find that so I can actually have it hold up, and just it'll fall on my face and all types of cool stuff while I'm streaming with you guys. And hey, Tim, happy to see my man. Programming test tomorrow. Ooh, let me know how that goes. But yeah, like podcasts and stuff like that, I think they can do a lot of good. They can do a lot of good here. And man, guys, Bitcoin's still doing okay. We might sit here for a little bit, maybe another hour or something, and just kind of watch to see if this can pop. It looks like we're okay. In the next half an hour, we'd like to pop back above $67,000. What is that? Let's see, what is that number? $67,390. I might not even make it to the cigar lounge tonight, depending on how late this stream goes on. Oh, I mean, the cigar lounge closes at midnight. What, today is Tuesday? Yeah, this is my last big day to go for a while. Because tomorrow I'm not going to the cigar lounge because I'm going to the cigar lounge this Thursday, and I'm going to the cigar lounge this Friday, and then I won't go probably until the Sunday or something like that for football or something like that. So it's been a busy week at the cigar lounge, but I've been getting a lot of work done, and I've been able to do a whole bunch of partnerships, which is pretty nice as well. Bullish or bearish now? Right now, I'm ultimately still bullish on the week, and we maybe have a bumpy ride there, but I'm still bullish. Those MACDs have not failed me yet. When they fail me, I'll take the hit basically, but right now I'm still pretty optimistic about Bitcoin. Altcoins are coming down a little bit right now, but Bitcoin is still going strong, so it's kind of a double-edged sword here depending on what you're buying. But I'm doubling down into altcoins tomorrow, so but definitely bullish right now. COPD much? Yeah. What do you call I don't know, just going out a lot lately. I don't know, but when I get a chance and I have a little bit of fun, I do like to go out and enjoy myself. Like I said, here I'm gonna give Loki a treat here. but I made my own candle. Like, isn't that a wholesome thing to do? And I even put glitter in this. Glitter. And I'm not much of a glitter guy because I hate glittering on everything. But it's Loki's treat time, and he has been very good. He's been sleeping the entire time. Good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. There we go. Now, there we are. New to the channel, how long have I been trading for? Oh, trading? What, like 2018, 2019? Crypto streamer, 2020 to 2024. You know, COVID made me depressed. I wanted to do something, and YouTube seemed like the best way to go about it. Everybody was going crazy about Dogecoin at the time, and I was like, oh, I bought Dogecoin. I bought a lot of Dogecoin. Maybe I can talk about this. Then my channel took off. I wasn't like the size of the Dogecoin millionaire or something, but it was still fun to talk about Dogecoin and give technical analysis and give people advice on when I was going to sell. But like, I was the weird guy who sold my Dogecoin at 50 cents. I'm still happy to sell my Dogecoin at 50 cents. I sold half of it, I should say. Another 10%, 60, another 10%, 70. Never went higher than that, of course. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh, let me go back over here very fast. I want to see if there's any news about what's actually moving right now. Let's see. So Litecoin's up 6%, Chili's is up 5%, HBAR's up 3%, Phantom's up 3%. So there are a few movers over the last 24 hours, although you can see on the other side, Maga's down 10, Popcat's down 10, Brett's down 10. But the way I look at this here is, you know, last 7 days. Last 7 days, Maga's up 16%, Popcat's up 1%, Brett's up 19%, SUI's up 2%, you know. ENA is up 46%, Cat and Dog's New World is up 30%, World Tokens up 26%, Chili's up 22%. We were talking about that. So there are some good movers here. Year to date is interesting though, because Popcat's really big up there, Mog is up there, Mantra's up there, WIF is up there, you know, Pepe's up there, Floki's up there. Still loads of money being made off of these tokens. I mean, even Jasmine's up 200%. The worst performers year to date are Arbitrum. I don't know what happened to Arbitrum. I really don't. This thing had a lot of like wind at its sails. It was ready to go higher, and Arbitrum just slowly kind of got pummeled. I mean, it's at a $2 billion market cap, so it's not like it's a tiny market cap, but it used to be a lot higher. I mean, like, again, down 64% year to date. Ooh, that's just not pretty. Matic is down 63% year to date. Paul, whatever you want to call it. EGLD down 62, Lido DAO down 57, you know, Cosmo down 57, TIA down 50, Optimism down 50, QNT down 50, Bitcoin SV down 47, you know, it on and on and on here. ADA down 40, you know, you see all this stuff, and then it's like, well, damn, you know, on the other side here, Dogecoin's up 30% year to date. As much as people trash it, Dogecoin's up compared to a lot of other tokens out there. Cospa's up, Render's up, Stack's up, Ethereum's up, Near Protocol's up, Bitcoin Cash is up, Aave is up, Tron's up, you know. A lot of good stuff here. It's just that, man, this has been a very... Bitcoin's up 58%. Fantastic. You know, people that just want to own Bitcoin, that's why you just hold Bitcoin. Bitcoin maxis have a point there of not losing any other money. But yeah, so just a rough time out there for a lot of different tokens this year. Any other news happened today? Futures are up a little bit here. Oil's up. Interesting. Goldman Sachs beats on profit and revenue as stock trading and investment banking boost results. They're trading like maniacs over there. United Airlines plans $1.5 billion share buyback. Wow. They need to stop with these buybacks. My God. Like, at least invest in something else. I've ridden on United airplanes before and Delta planes. They could use a little bit of maintenance. If you know, I've been on old planes and new planes. I hate being on old planes. They fucking suck. Shit. Let's see. Oh, chip company ASML shares plunged 16% after warning weaker China sales and early release. That's interesting. But China's already having issues, hence why they're pouring trillions of dollars into their economy right now. Anything else? Trump media shares fall nearly 10% after DJ Donald Trump token or whatever plunge triggers trading halt. They shouldn't say it like. What do you call? I don't know. The media can be. They can lie sometimes, or not lie. There's a word for disingenuous. If you look at the Trump media, you know, the company that we were just talking about, over the last few days, they ran up from $12 all the way up to like $27. That's great. If it falls 10% in one day, that's not really an excuse to make a hit piece on them, because again, it's had a massive rally. It's very, very volatile. That's how you should present the data there. Trump's coin sale misses early targets as crypto project websites crashes. Of course it crashed. That thing is not, this is not a billion-dollar project they're doing. This is a very small project in my opinion, which is why I didn't buy anything of it yet. Can I go over here to token sale? Let's see. I see a post on X. World W token sale goes live on Tuesday. There we go. That's the one to go. It's time. Today's the day. World Liberty Financial token sale is live. Get your WLFI tokens now. So you have to buy them from the worldlibertyfinancial.com here then. So if I go up here, get out of here. Okay, let's get rid of all these extra tabs I just opened up. What do they want from them? Are they taking Bitcoin for it, or Tether or something? Inspired by Donald J. Trump. Inspired. Oh, damn, they know their legalese. I live inside the United States. Okay, so you connect a wallet. They take MetaMask, Coinbase Wallet, Ledger, Wallet Connect. Okay, that's not bad. And they've sold 658 million tokens so far. They have about 19 billion tokens left. Jesus, that's a lot of tokens. So if I give them 1 Ethereum, I'm gonna receive. Oh, it doesn't say. Okay, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Sales over time. Latest buy. So how? What is the value of this token? Like, what is it? Oh, here, 0.015. That's a pretty good price for an opening token here. They understand what they're trying to do. Let's see. People are buying right now 20,000, 17,000. You know, like $200 worth, $170 worth. You know, $50 worth. Small amounts. Yeah, these people are smart. Nothing too crazy. I'm sure there's probably some whale in here if I keep scrolling down, but it doesn't look like it. $692. Yeah, some people are buying very, very small amounts here. 1,000. Yeah. There's a lot of people taking bets on it. That's what I see from the information there. The tokens in the U.S. token sale have not been registered under this U.S. Securities Act or any other law with any regulatory authority. World Liberty Financial does not consider the tokens to be securities, but the tokens offered in this U.S. token sale may be only sold to persons who have been verified and accredited investors under Rule 506. Oh. So you can't just sell these tokens. Well, of course it's going to be a little bit more of a yellow then. So World Liberty Financial does not consider the tokens to be securities, but the tokens offered in this U.S. token sale may only be sold to persons who have been verified as accredited investors under Rule 506C, is that what it is? C, yeah, of Regulation D under the Securities Act. No information on this site is intended to be to offer, to buy, or a solicitation of an offer to sell any tokens where not permitted by applicable law. Information on this site may not be copied or republished. So, really, I need more information to figure out how do I make a profit off of this if I can only sell it to people who are accredited investors. You know what I mean? Okay, so the benefits of owning equal voting power, gain equal voting power in governance decisions, ensuring fair platform changes, proposal creation. Token owners can propose changes directly influencing platform development, steering DeFi's future. Yeah, sure. Meet our team: Donald Trump, Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Barron Trump, Chase Harrow, Zach Folkman, Stephen Witkoff, Zach Witkoff, Alex Witkoff. Damn, the Witkoffs are in this one. Okay. Rich Teo, Corey Kaplan, Octavian Logenta. I can't pronounce that name. Bogdan Pernavel and Alex Globus. Yeah. Well, and advisors. I got advisors here as well. So, where are the black people at? I need a black advisor. He's going to tell me what exactly I need to know. Interesting. So, I don't know how you sell it. I mean, like, you know, I'm a buy low, sell high type of guy, but how exactly do you buy that? That's interesting. Halloween, Tim? What's about Halloween? I don't even celebrate Halloween, to be honest with you guys. But maybe this year I'll do something. I usually turn off my lights and be like, don't bother me. Hey Michael, what's your advice to younger folks who still haven't figured out what they want in life? What is the moment you realized trading was for you? Okay, so I had a pretty good job. I lived the corporate downtown lifestyle where you kind of party and did all the fun stuff. And this is as an introvert, and I still all that stuff because it was just fun. There's a point in your life where you realize that you don't want to just go to work every day. Like, you want to be able to do whatever you want to. And that's the point I decided I wanted to do trading. It was kind of during COVID, to be honest, but I had already been trading a little bit before that, but I don't know. It's how can I say this more elegantly? It felt like my life was my work, and all I did was wake up at 5:30, catch the 6:30 train to work to get to Seattle at 7:30. Get to my office by 8:30. There's the pump we were talking about. That's the pump right there we were talking about. And then from there, I do my work. I take the 6 o'clock train, no, the 5 o'clock train back. No, 5:30 because it takes me a while to get back to the thing. So 5:30 train back. I'd get back home around 6:30 to 7, and I'd basically have 2 hours to like do whatever I wanted to do. And then I'd fall asleep, go back to work, and sometimes I'd be forced to work for those 2 hours, not enjoy myself. And then I only really got some free time on the weekends. I don't like that type of lifestyle. And my mom, as she raised me, she made me very arrogant about certain jobs. So, same with my grandparents. They said I should never become a Starbucks barista. I should never work at McDonald's. I should never do this job or that job because I'm above those jobs. And granted, I grew up dirt poor. So for a parent to say, you're poor right now, but when you're older, you should never have to work at an Albertsons or a Safeway or a Fred Meyer or a Starbucks or a McDonald's. That was really freaking out my mind because, again, I know a lot of people that work those jobs, right? But personally, it's ingrained in me to not do those jobs. So I work my butt off. I lost a bunch of friends from doing too much, like learning how to trade. I was in my house all day or my apartment all day, just reading and learning and learning and learning. I lost a lot of friends because I would not hang out with them. So it's just kind of about what you want in life. I think that people assume life is this long thing. I've always assumed life is like extremely short, so I just gotta make the most of it. I mean, if I live a full life, I don't care if I die at 60, or 75 or whatever. I'd like to live till 80 or 90 or something like that. My health is not that great because I'm fat, but you know, I'm working on it. I'm losing a couple pounds a week and I'm more energetic because of it. But I just kind of want to be happy. That's all I really want to do. And through trading and a lot of hard work and, you know, basically grinding all day for a few years to kind of figure out what's going on. A lot of paper trading, you know, I didn't trade my own money at first. No, I did. Sorry. Lost like 10,000 bucks at first. But a lot of learning, you know, like literally all that free time you have, invest it into learning and becoming better, make as much money as you can, and then you can do whatever you want. You know, I'm thinking about going to Thailand or Panama or some other place, you know, do a lot of traveling, right? Just be happy. I think America, we're kind of fucked up because like the system is designed to make us work and work and work and work. We're kind of drones. I just want to be happy. That's all I want to do. It was be happy, be able to take care of my family, and just that's it. When I was making a bunch of money working downtown Seattle, I was not happy. I was in a powerful position. I could fire people. I could hire people. You know what I mean? I had more pull in the company than my own boss did because of the way I'm able to communicate with people and make those connections within the corporation. But again, I had no life. So I don't know. Trading was an escape, but it wasn't an easy escape. Right? Because so many people, they don't like to follow rules in trading, because they think they know better, or they have a little bit of fear there. And that's why I usually tell people to create a list of trades, or what's it called? A trading journal, list all of your trades and check to see if you're doing well or not. But literally, it's going to feel weird saying this now because Bitcoin's on the verge of having some really good moves. But think of how much money you have right now that you want to invest in cryptocurrency, okay? Imagine at the beginning of this year, January, you just put $20,000 into crypto, right? Well, right now that $20,000 would be over 50% higher if you just let it sit there. Right now, with all the money you made this year, was it the same as that? Has your portfolio seen a 60% increase, right, or 50% increase? Maybe, maybe not. So, just having that in the back of your mind. Well, next time Bitcoin crashes and we go through a bear market cycle, don't be afraid to dollar cost average as long as you have that. You're okay with that money sitting for a while. Don't be afraid to dollar cost average Bitcoin. When I started dollar cost averaging Bitcoin with you guys, there was not a lot of people watching my channel because Bitcoin was out of fashion, if you will. I started buying Bitcoin back up around $26,000 to $25,000. Then I started buying at $22,000, then $20,000, then $18,000, then $16,000, right? And then we kept it going down a little bit more with the FTX crash. You buy, you buy, you buy. And then now in hindsight, when Bitcoin's at 67,000, I'm not stressing. I already have my money working for me. Same when it came to Nvidia. We talked about buying Nvidia, AMD, a lot of the chip sectors because of the CHIPS Act. It took a while for that to get going because AI kind of saved the day. But now look at where we are. Oil. Guess what? Joe Biden kind of sucks at foreign policy. The Middle East is kind of in flames. Russia's going through some shit right now. That has been helping out oil a lot. You look at some of the big Ukraine benefactors, or the things that have been working well because of the Ukraine war. It's been the military industrial complex. America's had a very weird, up until a few years ago, we hated the military industrial complex. Both Republicans and Democrats hated it. Far left, far right hated it. Well, now we have the far left and left loving it because, again, they want the money to go to Ukraine, but it really just goes to the military industrial complex. And Republicans, like, all of a sudden, the moderates, like, no more war, which is a freaking, 180 from everybody's perspective. So just taking a step back and just kind of looking at the way the world works. Everything's about money. The government doesn't care about you. Your local government cares about you, but the federal government doesn't care about you. So lots of different ways. I didn't want to be a cog in the system because I just don't have faith in the system. I trade stocks and whatnot, but I think of even trading stocks and crypto is a way for the wealthy to get wealthier, and I'm just getting my slice of the pie. That's all I'm doing. I'm getting my slice of the pie. I don't have any illusions that I'm going to become a billionaire or something like that, but a millionaire? Oh, hell yeah, I can do that. That's not too difficult at these times. Look how much the dollar is devaluing or being devalued. Hold some stocks. It keeps on going up. Next time the market crashes, we'll make a portfolio of like $10,000 portfolio, $20,000 portfolio. I'll do this for you guys, and we'll just start buying up a bunch of tech stocks, like the Googles, the Amazons, and stuff in the world. And then we'll also just start going over to some of those smaller ones that are more speculative, like a Macy's, which I would never own, but if you guys want to own it, I'll make a portfolio for that. Let's see. So I kind of ranted on there for a minute, but do something that makes you happy. But understand that whatever your goal is, you're gonna have to work for it, and don't be afraid to work for it. In hindsight, I'm okay with losing the amount of friends I did. You know, it's like maybe it's like a friend group of 10 people basically, right? I lost all but one to learn how to trade because I literally was like, hey, you want to come out on a Friday night? No, I'm trying to study. Because again, I had no life. I was working. That little bit of slice I had for myself, learn. If I have a business trip and I was flying out to Idaho or Oregon or Vegas or visiting a friend in Philadelphia or something like that, take a book, read the trading book. Honestly, goes a long way, but you have to make that decision. I'm not going to enjoy my flight. I'm going to read a book. And not a book I like, you know, it's going to be a book I don't like because it's going to be educational. Whole bunch of stuff there. I'm in Australia, but I feel you, man. I think I've been so stressed about where I'm going that I don't feel I deserve to be completely happy. Nah, see, you deserve to be happy. Oh, Bitcoin's going up. But just don't, since you're younger, it's a lot easier, I would say. Just put in a lot of the work right now so you can relax in your 30s. Like, remember, I just turned 30 a couple weeks ago. Just turned 30. And now I know I can relax if I wanted to. I'm choosing not to because I like YouTube and I want to grow this channel to be something really special. But I don't really have to work so much. Like, again, I could retire and move to Thailand right now, sell all of my Bitcoin at the $67,000 mark, and live like a king in Thailand for the rest of my life. Am I doing that? No. But I could. I was talking with a girl, a good friend of mine. I'm not sure if we're dating yet, but almost dating. I have to ask her officially to become my girlfriend. But, you know, I wanted to take her to Leavenworth, which is a Bavarian village up here in Washington State. There's all Bavarian, you know, Bavarian food, nice little cool stuff for the holidays. It's a beautiful Christmas village type spot. But you know, there's no more coach seats available. There's only like the bedroom things, like the first classy type things for the train. I'm okay with paying the $550 for a 3.5 hour train ride, only 3.5 hour train ride, just so we can actually get there, not have to take a bus and relax a little bit more. I'm totally down to do that. But again, now I've worked my butt off in my early 20s and my 20s basically. Now I can kind of chill and enjoy life, you know. But just work hard and understand this is the way I view the world right now. There's money sloshing all around. There's corruption all around. Just get your little slice of the pie. I mean, honestly, just get your slice. Invest as much as you can, and then pay whatever taxes you owe, like, you know, 15%, 10%, whatever that tax is. And then, you know, just keep on using it to make you more money. Then eventually, as that money grows and you get making more money, you can take 1% of that, 10% of that, and you can add that to supplement your life. Like, I don't think you guys need to become full-time traders, to be honest. I think you guys just need to make basically the same amount of money you're making right now with your job. Just make that in trading, and then of course you can make more and more. But keep that job, and then you just make a bunch of money. You know, show up to that random job with a nice car and be like, yeah, I mean, I make other money besides that. If you hate your job, just be like, fuck, I quit. I mean, I quit one of my jobs before. I didn't need to. I was working at a college at this mausoleum, ma and pa business, and the son of the owner fucking hated me because I went to private school growing up, and he couldn't get him and his son both got denied from the private school. Again, I got in on scholarship. I wasn't nobody special. I was just book smart, right? So I got the scholarship. One day he makes an unreasonable request for me to go drive down to like Olympia, which is like, I don't know, like a 30 to 40 minute drive with no pay and no gas reimbursement. And I'm just like, I don't think I will. And his mom is like, well, you should do that because you made a mistake. And I'm like, yeah, I made a mistake. I did make a mistake, by the way. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'll just send them a new box tomorrow with all the stuff. And then when the shipment goes through, they'll get it. And they're like, well, you have to do that or we're going to ask you to leave. And I was like, bye. That is all I did. I like having the power to control my life where I'm not like, oh, if I leave this job, I'll be homeless next week. Fuck that. You know, have your money. It allows you to have much more power, makes life a lot easier. When Bitcoin's going up right now, like it is right now, like this, I'm like, I'm making money as we speak. You know, it's the simple stuff. When would be the next bear market? Probably sometime Q2, Q3, Q4 of next year. I have no idea precisely when it's going to be, but that's basically when we should be looking at a really recession-y type of environment. My goal is financially independent for that 2K a month in passive income. Right now I'm at 350 and did all that in less than a year. Exactly, right? You can definitely move that way if you just grind, though. You got to grind your ass off. But grinding your ass off is, it can be so lucrative. You know, you don't need that crazy degree. You just have to have some knowledge of how the financial system works and how stupid the financial system really is. And hey, Manny, shout out from Wenatchee. There you go. Little local guy here. My grandma's from Wenatchee. Spokane, is it? Oh, yeah, I've been to Spokane in freaking ages. I have not been to Spokane in a long time. It's used to, when I used to drive to Montana, I used to go through Spokane all the time, but I haven't been to Spokane in a very, very long time here. Dividend stocks? Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think I talk so much about oil? Oil is big on dividends. You know, and for those of you guys that have been around for a while, you guys know I've been talking about uranium, and I think it was Steven or somebody was talking a lot about no, it wasn't Steven. Who was it? Somebody was talking a lot about LNG and stuff. Well, guess what? You know, all of a sudden, let's see. You know, Uranium Energy Corp. Now it's starting to finally make some moves here. And I've been buying this up for a very long time, and only finally am I starting to see some good profits off of this. Like, I've been buying this since like 2021, and so when it was all volatile, you know, it's very, very volatile. But all of a sudden, you're seeing uranium being talked about on CNBC and stuff. We need uranium energy because we're trying to get more into like a clean energy. Uranium is clean. Nuclear energy is clean. So again, you can kind of forecast this stuff. You can park some money in here and see where it goes. I wonder if I can go over here to Finviz. What the fuck is that? Okay, let me back up here. Okay, there we go. Let me go over here to Screener. Let's open this up to final stream version. And then let's zoom out a little bit more. So let's say I want to go into industry, sector, energy, and I want to go to uranium, right? There's only a handful of uranium companies out there. I own a lot of these, right? Uranium Energy Corp is one of them. $3 billion market cap, $22 billion market cap, 1.72. There's this one right here that only has $733 million market cap. I just started buying this a few weeks ago. This is not crypto related at all, but it's not profitable. It's losing money, right? The short float is only 2%, so people aren't really betting against it though. And of course, you can see all the news and stuff like that. But you go through this. I've explained this a little bit as far as like, you can go in here, you can open up some of the 10K reports, which are like the annual reports where they kind of discuss what's going on with the company, the health, the good, the bad, what they're working on. And then from there, you can upload all of this into ChatGPT, right? And it'll tell you kind of what's being talked about here, because you can upload PDF files and stuff. So if I go to financials, oh, no, that's fine. Q2, investor kit, annual report, there we go. Letter to shareholders. So you could open this up if you wanted to, and you can read some of this or have most likely ChatGPT kind of summarize it. And then what you could do is, of course, is instead of going to annual report, let's see, financial statements. You go through this, you upload this to ChatGPT, and you start looking at the health of the company, right? Current assets, prepaid expenses, you know, cash. They've went from having 2.5 million or so, was it in thousands or what? Current assets is thousands, stated in USD unless otherwise noted. Okay, let's say 2.5 million. They went from 2.5 million to 7.5 million. They've gone from marketable securities. They've gone from 3 million all the way up to 16 million. Raw materials, they've had none. Now they have some. Assets held for sale. They had stuff. They sold all of it apparently, or they have no more assets for sale. And you can see total assets. It went from 223 million to 324 million. You can see the growth. And if I can see the growth, even though it's not profitable, I'll buy if I see an overarching trend in the economy of where America is headed. And if you guys have been listening to Trump, he'll talk about this as well, as far as we need clean energy, so let's go with uranium. All that type of stuff, right? It's kind of why I have no life at certain times. I tend to work quite a bit, but these little tidbits of me just looking at a random page like that, I can toss in 0.1% of my 401k into that and just let it sit and see what happens with it. It's those types of moves that I really enjoy. Uranus. What's the best trading book I'd recommend? Oh, there's a bunch of them. To be fair, I think the Trading for Dummies is a good one for most people to start off with. There's day trading for dummies. There's swing trading for dummies, I believe. There's technical analysis for dummies. There's fundamental analysis for dummies. I know they say dummies, but they really are just good books. And then if you have a question, literally pair that with AI, so ChatGPT, and have it just explain the basics of, like, if you're having trouble, like, hey, I'm having a trouble understanding exactly how to use the VWAP and what it's used for. Go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm having trouble understanding the concept of VWAP and what it's basically used for, right? And then it'll lay down everything. It'll tell you exactly what it's used for, and then you'll learn much better that way. There's also YouTube videos and stuff like that. There's also Investopedia, but it does require a bit of book research, I would say, to get good at trading, especially when you're new. You're brand new. You want to go to the book. You can go through other spots, but I mean, I'm a book guy. I started off with books, then I went through videos, then I did a bunch of trial and error. That trial and error lost me $10,000 before I figured shit out, right? So I'm hoping that you guys stick to paper trading for a while until you guys get there. But if you guys are swing traders, it's a lot easier for you guys to like buy at a good time, sell, take your 10 to 15% profit. Maybe if you're lucky, you go up 50% profit for some meme coins and stuff. But you take that profit, then you just kind of rest for another few weeks, wait for another opportunity, buy up more, another 10 to 20% profit, kind of ride the waves. That's all. And then while you're loading to do all the more advanced stuff like day trading, scalping, and things like that. Clearwater round walks in the bottom streams. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They changed the logo. What's the matter with you? Oh, sorry. Okay, here you go, guys. Loki wants another treat. He's over here nose butting me. Did you like this? Tasty, huh? Okay, there you go. Yep. Yeah. That kind of sums up some of that stuff there. What's my favorite cigar and brand? Oh. As far as easy, accessible cigars in the United States, not the Cubans, because the Cubans, I like a lot of Cubans. My favorite Cuban and overall cigar is going to be a Bolivar Bellicoso. But that's from Cuba, which is a little bit harder to find, of course. It looks like this. Looks like that, basically. Beautiful stick. One of my favorites. Is very, very strong. Very, very strong. Very, very good. However, in the United States, my favorite go-to stick? My favorite brand right now is probably going to be Padrones. Okay. So they have a few different styles. I would say for me, I have two favorites. One's more expensive than the other, so I like to be a little bit cheaper, so I get the cheaper one. Cigar offerings. So they have the 26s right here. I like the 26s. I've had all of these before. They're really good. The 26 is right here. And maybe the number 90 right here. 90th anniversary. This is probably one of my favorites. This is also like, I think, a $28 cigar. I got one in my case over there in my garage. Another one that's really good is think it's the number one right here. This is not a 90th anniversary, but there's one right there. This may be $22 or something around there. But very good cigars. The 26s are the same as the 64s that they have right here. The only difference is this is aged for 10 years. This is 10-year aged tobacco. So I like the aged tobacco here. Also, they have this cheap Padron series ones that are very, very cheap. I think like $10 a stick. Those are fantastic, fantastic. I smoke much more of these than any of these things because, again, they're such a better deal if you ask me, because they're really good sticks. Damascus are okay. I like these over coffee because they're a lot of blend. The 15th anniversaries are pretty good as well. But Padrones are usually my favorite. Then we typically go over to my father's, and then after my father's we have Fuentes. And I like Fuentes a lot. So it's not like any of them are bad. I like them all, but Padrones, ooh baby, they're good. But now I'm smoking a My Father that I got at an event at the horse races a few weeks back, or about a month back now. Are you only using Weeks now, looking for a platform for leverage since JumpX leaving US? So down below, so tomorrow I'm gonna have a new sponsor, I believe. I'll let you guys know, but right now I'm gonna have 3 sponsors starting tomorrow. There's gonna be remember, they don't pay me like you know what you're thinking, but where I'm an affiliate from them. They're all gonna be American, right? So the first one is going to be Weeks, which I like because there's a lot of tokens on it. Next is going to be BYDeFi, that has a really good UI and also has like a lot of leverage trading on it, of course. And then afterwards we have ZoomX, I think is going to be the last one I take on. I've had a lot of offers over the last few days, and I've kind of been like testing out different platforms and stuff. And so I think I'm going to go with ZoomX for the last one there, because I do like the UI there. But yeah, so if you want to check a couple out, I do have some links down below. There's a Weeks link down below, and there's also a BYDeFi link down below. I'd probably say try them both out, see which ones you like. Of course, every time you guys sign up, it does help out the channel. I don't get money when you guys sign up, but it just shows that you guys are interested in it, which helps them keep on, you know, giving me different discounts and stuff for you guys as well. Uh-oh, my lighter's going, or my cigar's going out. And also, fuck, I think I cut my tongue. It's like spicy right now. Oh well. Also, for JumpX and Fairness, they're not leaving the United States. They're literally closing down. They're closing down, from what I understand, because the investors were unhappy about their growth. And so basically they're just shutting down. They're going to give you all back if you're crypto, but if you have any crypto on there, take it off. Take it off. I think tomorrow, no, the 17th, so 2 days. That's Wednesday. Thursday, I think, is when you can stop trading on them, and you can withdraw all of your money off until November 30th or something. But honestly, why wait that long, right? Weeks is allowed in the United States, yeah. I wouldn't say it's America. I don't think America actually has exchanges like that for the most part. They're usually going to be based in Singapore, because Singapore has a strong regulatory framework over there. And like, it's all within like freaking 5 blocks of the beautiful downtown. That's where all the exchanges are basically at, because they have good servers, you know, good landlines, all that type of stuff. Should we wait to get Weeks and BYDeFi until you got your deal with them worked out? No, I got the deal worked out. Like, if there's a link down below, I have a structured deal with them. So basically, I've explained how influencers get paid in the past, but I'll do it just right now, just in case you guys are new to this. I get paid if you guys start trading on there, and you guys get like if you guys pay fees. I get a portion of the fees that you guys incur, right? So if you guys get like, if you guys have $5 in fees, I may get $1 or $2 of those fees that you guys pay throughout the day. That's how I make money from exchanges, right? Sometimes they may pay a retainer, but that usually goes towards editing and stuff like that. I have to, I don't know, my last editor was another disappointment, so I don't know, but I'm thinking of just taking a couple hours out of my week and just doing my own editing, to be honest. I know how to do it. I know how to. I literally hate editing. But when I edit my own videos, I typically get pretty good results for them. So, you know, who knows? But yeah, feel free to sign up to any of the links I have down below. you're good to go. You're good to go there. Oh, I forgot I didn't put the other picture back up, but that's fine. There we go. All of a sudden, Bitcoin's cooling back off. We had such a nice little surge. And again, we did manage to break out above that level, so we still have the momentum. We're just waiting for a pop that's going to come up a little bit later on. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night right now. We've been streaming for about 2 hours now, waiting for a nice move, and so far it's happening. I'll be live in a couple hours here, or an hour, or something like that. I'm going to get dressed. I'm wearing shorts and this long sleeve shirt, which is nice, but shorts and a long sleeve shirt don't look nice out in public. So, I'm going to go head over to the cigar lounge. Excuse me, drinking too much water today. And I'll go live on my phone, and I'll try to do it a vertical stream, and then we'll just be talking about whatever you guys want to talk about, Bitcoin, politics, stuff like that. The title will literally be like politics, Bitcoin, and cigars or something. I don't know. Maybe not cigars, because maybe YouTube won't like the name cigars, but you guys get what I'm saying. So see you guys a little bit later. I appreciate you guys joining the stream. There may be another YouTuber on right now in case you guys want to watch in the short term. I'm always up for promoting another guy. Usually at my time, it's around crypto. It's CryptoFace. Nobody's live except for Crypto or Us. Interesting. 5 charts show why Bitcoin will blast off. Look at that. He's talking about all this stuff right now. Go say hi and tell him that Michael sent you if you want to. I'm just joking. You don't have to say that. But it is interesting to see what's happening right now. He's probably going over some stats here and some news going on. I don't know how long he's been streaming for. He's been streaming for... Oh, he's only been streaming for 5 minutes. So yeah. So in case you guys want to go say hi to George, you know, because you are all George. Thanks everybody and have a great rest of your